On December 25th, 1984, a spaceship crash lands in Kansas carrying the alien child Kal-El. The child grows up to become Superman, ushering in an age of heroes and setting this Earth on a course that will change its fate forever. These heroes and legends may be familiar to you, but their stories and their histories are not the same. This is Earth AP. Last time on Earth AP, King Calendar and the Narrator have their Halloween hangout cut short when they receive the following cryptic riddle. When at your lowest I appear, to give you feelings most severe. I make your senses most unclear. It becomes your inner puppeteer. Where the bat premiered, don't call the man we're sincere. If you doubt, have him interfere. We'll make your days disappear. This takes them to an abandoned Gotham water treatment plant. The Riddler and Scarecrow are up to something dastardly. We're playing Worlds in Peril by Kyle Simmons. As editor-in-chief of this game, my agenda is the following. Portray a comic book world, fill the characters' lives with action and adventure, push the players to tell their stories too, play to find out what happens. Continuing our adventure tonight, we have Eclipse.
Hi, I'm playing King Calendar.
Thank you, Eclipse. And we've got Bun.
Hello.
Thanks, Bun. Okay, last time, as we mentioned, King Calendar had just swooped down into the big area in this water treatment plant where Scarecrow seemed to have Calendar Man 1 had to get all the names right in my head for a second there. Calendar Man 1 tied up to a chair attached to what looked to be fear toxin. As that was happening, above on the second floor, I think the last thing that immediately happened was the Riddler was still feeling the effects of the fear toxin, whereas Narrator had gotten out of the fear toxin situation. But Riddler was basically lunging at Narrator at that point. So who would like to go first with what they want to do, I guess?
Well, I think King Calendar is going to quickly try and unhook Calendar Man.
Hell yeah. What's the plan? So you did if I remember correctly, I think you did like a 3-point superhero landing, and and Scarecrow kind of revealed that Calendar Man was tied up and like hooked up to the toxin.
Yeah, I think I think King Calendar is going to try and like do a calendar page throw attack thing and throw one of the pages at like the pipe that's like connecting the gas.
Oh hell yeah. Okay. I'm gonna I'm saying this is seize control.
That makes sense.
So I would love it if you could roll me let's see. I think it's just I tell you which stat to roll. You know what? You choose. What do you think this is on this one?
Let's say.
I think it's the Scorpion stat.
There's the famous Scorpion stat of game.
Mm-hmm. Worlds in Peril does have a Scorpion stat.
This is actually probably Smash, because I don't think it's like a very well thought out move. I think it's just Smash.
Wait, but this isn't World in Peril.
It's Worlds in Peril for right this second.
Oh, okay.
There will be a time you will know in fiction and out of fiction when it is not Worlds in Peril.
That's a 5. That's a failure.
Oh wait, should I be using the old character sheet?
Just for right now. Just for like a couple moves. I think we're going to get this situated and then we are going to move.
Okay. I only had the old character sheet open.
It wouldn't have been a big deal. I would have still let you. we would have figured it out. So you said you got what did you? Oh, you got a 5.
5.
Oh boy. Okay. So seize control. Remember that you failed this roll for me.
Okay.
Just keep that in mind.
Cool.
Write it down somewhere. Mark it, if you will. Okay. So on a 10 plus, you would have chosen 2. On a 7 and 9, you've chosen 1. The 3 options are: you seize control over what was contested, you prevent yourself from ending up at a disadvantage or in harm's way, You put your opponent at a disadvantage. I think... How does this fail? So you said you were doing a calendar blast at it, right?
Yes.
You're doing a calendar blast at the toxin going into, like, the thing, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so I think what happens is... how close are you?
Pretty close.
Okay. I think what happens is... it disconnects. Bad news is you also like pop the like little like metal turny thing at the top of those, and it's spewing everywhere. Good news is King Calendar, I think for comic book reasons, it's not going to Calendar Man 1 at all because of the way that this is all situated. He can't breathe in that air. It's only getting you and Scarecrow. And
awesome.
As we know, Scarecrow has a little bit of an immunity to this stuff.
Yeah.
Hey, Calendar Man. You hear my voice. What is your greatest fear?
Hmm.
It could be in this moment. It could be ever. What are you feeling right now?
I have a good one.
Yeah.
That wizard is never going to come back from the place he's at.
Okay. I'm imagining, for like this is the TV show. Like that's how I've always imagined this. So it's King Calendar in darkness, and you are verbalizing that out loud. And as you say that, the world comes back. The fear toxin looks a little less green and fiery than it normally is. And you see Wizard crash in from one of like the windows up top. As you see that, hey narrator, last we left you, Riddler was like coming at your face. I think like about to like get you. I think like coming in for like a tackle or something to bring you to the ground. You've kind of regained your like posture. You're not necessarily feeling the effects of the fear toxin anymore. But Riddler still is for sure.
Yeah.
And she's on you. What's the plan?
They're kind of upset here. And they're gonna like kick as hard as kick like Riddler into the wall as hard as they can.
Okay. Okay, so you're kicking her into a wall. I'm gonna say that's a takedown for me.
Can I do something a bit controversial here?
Yeah.
I'm gonna do something funny here, and I'm gonna use Meathead instead. Because so like me and Cliff
give me
separate books.
Can you give me like 2 more scenes and you will be able to do Meathead?
Oh, okay. All right, fine. Let me open up my book. The old one. I have the new ones open.
Okay.
Hold on. So takedown. What skills takedown again?
It's you choose.
Oh, it's I choose. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Where is it? There you go. So I choose. I feel like this is Smash.
Yeah, go for it.
All right. So that's 9 plus 1, so 10.
Oh hell yeah. Okay, cool. So on a 10, you choose 3, impose a condition, take away an advantage, force a change of location, reduce the size of a mob by 1, or take no harm in the doing.
Hold on. I feel like change position works here.
Okay, where are you changing to?
Oh, hold on. This is their position, right?
I think it would probably, yeah, I guess you would force them to change location. Yeah. So for on a 1, it's I pick. On a 2, it's you pick. So you got 3 available.
Yeah, so I'll force a change of location, choose 1, and easy picks where they go, and choose twice if you do.
Yeah.
So I use 2 to force a change of location and say that they're like bound that you like hit it hard against the wall.
Mm-hmm. So you're up on like kind of like scaffolding walkways on the 2nd floor. Where are you changing it to from there? You're like basically around where that like little puzzle room or like that little trap room was.
We're in scaffolding right now.
Yeah, so I'm imagining it like imagine like an office like room was the room that y'all were in when when you got hit by the fear toxin.
Mm-hmm.
And then like you walked out of that hallway because you were basically waiting for Riddler to come by, and that's what kind of caused everything to go off. So you're like on like a walkway up on the 2nd floor, and then King Calendar's on the 1st floor, like kind of just like the thing of like a warehouse, like a cement flooring type situation.
Okay. So can I like safely kick them in the wall, or is this like dangerous where they like, get hit or they get seriously hurt?
I think they'll get seriously hurt if you do that. Like I think kicking them into a wall, I'm imagining it's like cartoonish hands and limbs sticking out of a crater, if that's what you're looking for. Or
no, I was like
pinning them,
like them getting like pinned.
I think, yeah, that should work. I think that'll work. So you've just got them pinned at this point.
Yeah, like I got them pinned, and I'll pose a condition. I guess like breathless.
Sure, like they've got the wind knocked out of them on this.
Yeah, yeah.
I think. Okay.
Go ahead.
No, you first.
And once I kick them and like pin them again, pin them down, narrator's probably gonna like say, "Are you like washed up or something? This riddle sucks. This riddle sucks."
Narrator, do you see anything that's going on down like while this was happening? Did you take a look at or a gander at anything that was going on with Scarecrow and or do you even know that that's happening over there?
I don't think narrators has noticed yet. They're probably a bit too upset about this riddle they think Riddler put them in.
Mm-hmm. So you don't even know that King Calendar is like on the 1st floor. I don't know. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Awesome. So I think when Riddler gets like that breath kicked out of him, gets the wind knocked out of him, and pinned against the wall, you see almost like a cartoon, like the last of like the little fear toxin like leave them as like a bit like a little puff of green, and it doesn't affect you in this situation. One clarifying question about your powers, narrator. Do you always see the strings?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Have you ever seen them vibrate before?
I'd say so.
Okay. You see them vibrate lightly off of Riddler, kind of into the distance, almost like into the unknown above the warehouse, just outwards from Riddler. So you just see some light vibrations. I also think you hear the slight sounds of an electric guitar. And you seem to see that they kind of rumble in time with the vibrations of the strings. As you're dealing with that, as you're pondering on that, let's go back to King Calendar. Hey,
hi.
Wizard is standing next to Scarecrow. Wizard's got all three of the magic items that Vandal Savage had to get him back in time. And he is like, it was a glove, it was a like a gauntlet, it was a cape, and it was like a belt, were the three things.
I think it was a glove, a gauntlet, a glove, a wand, and a belt.
Thank you.
Or no, sorry, a robe, a wand, and a belt.
Robe, a wand, a belt.
Yes.
That makes more sense. So wand is pointing at you, and Scarecrow, one of her fingers is like, they're almost like mirroring each other, and is like pointing at you as well. And the Scarecrow looks at you and says, "You know, I'll never change." And they walk a little closer to you.
What's my, I guess, what is King Calendar's vibe on, like, is that there are different ways they can play this sort of scene where it's like King Calendar's very like engaged with this thing as an actual real thing that's happening, or like King Calendar knows this is fake and like we play with that. Like what sort of vibe do you think King Calendar has looking at this situation?
I think King Calendar would know that the last time none of the details on Wizard match up, right? Like last time you saw him, he was being a little goober in the Injustice League like swamp hideout. And you both or not you both, sorry. Well, no, you both saw the three items get taken care of.
Yeah. So this is like clearly fake.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think King Calendar is gonna say, you know you can't trick me with this, right? This obviously isn't real.
They take a closer step. And Scarecrow says, "It could happen at any time. He doesn't change. We both know this. You went to the future. You know." I hope that a voice is like audible.
Some of it is.
Oh, okay. If it's
I
not,
heard like the last half.
okay, it's fine. I'll.
Hey, Josh.
Yeah.
I just want to say,
Uh-huh.
yeah, that voice is bad because I was like picturing Scarecrow trying to be really scary, like Jigsaw scary.
Uh-huh.
But they were also like drinking a glass of water while doing it, so they're just all gargled.
I mean, I kind of love it. That's kind of perfect Scarecrow, though. It's a good voice. It's a good Scarecrow voice.
I'm trying to figure out how to make this work better.
Like they're just parched. They really need a drink, but
Please let him sip.
The person just woke up in the puzzle. They need to get their injection.
Okay, I'll do it with less covering over my mouth. They say, shit, I forgot what I said. No, they say, but you know he doesn't change. You've been in the future. You know.
Is that true? Did like out of character, because I forget. Did we see
there were implications
Wizard doing the same stuff?
There were implications about what future you came from and what you saw, but we know nothing on screen has like happened. So
yeah, I do like that though. Yeah, I think this idea, like, this isn't Scarecrow showing King Calendar what he's afraid of. I mean, it is, but it's not like, showing King Calendar like a clown and like King Calendar being convinced that this is like a real clown that's going to kill him. This is Scarecrow showing King Calendar a thing that he's seen and has been ignoring. And yeah, I think King Calendar says I don't want to think about that.
Oh, but King Calendar, you must. And they take one more step. The finger is like right on your chest, and so is the wand.
Spooky.
If you'd like, we can get a switch back to Bun.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Beacon.
Narrator. You, as we left you, we were hearing you are the only one. You were hearing like music and electric guitars that are vibrating the strings. Do you have any like sense of where this is coming from?
Would you say it would? I feel like I would.
Yeah, I think you would. I think that like this is your domain. You know what I mean? Like this is a thing that's happening in like your powers. Or where your powers exist, I guess is the best way to put that.
I guess the important question does Riddler look fine? Like, do they look alright?
I think they just look dizzy and they look pinned. I'm assuming that you're like keeping them against the wall. Like that's the change of location. Is like you're just like you kicked them, the stuff came out, and you're like holding them and pinning them, and they're not really like they're like struggling, but you can tell that like you can just keep pressure on them. The Riddler isn't very strong. You probably have like 6 inches on Riddler. Like I think you're taller. Like just you could do like the head on top of the hand on top of the head thing.
Yeah.
So I think that you could. I think that you could figure like. I think that one way or another you could see or feel where this is coming from.
Riddler, you initiate the talk.
Wait, say that again.
Riddler, you initiate the talk.
I don't have a Riddler voice. I never talk to you. Not after what you've done. You've ruined my riddle.
Yeah. Your whole MO is once we solve the riddle, you go away, right?
Not exactly. Ever hear of backup plans?
Is it like another backup riddle where you tell me like a bad knock joke?
You see Riddler start to like, as you're saying that, you see Riddler start to like fiddle with something in their like trying to like find something in their pockets.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait this out.
Listen, we had to make sure that you two could follow the riddles. It's not a me thing. This is a you thing.
I did follow the riddles. You tried to poison me.
And it worked, didn't it?
Yeah, except you got poisoned.
Break a few eggs to crack a few omelets, or however the saying goes. I think that she finds what she was looking for, and you don't see what happens, but the vibrations on the strings get louder, and the song gets closer. You like see something you see it emanating from the pocket.
What you got there in that pocket?
Don't worry about it. As I said, everyone's got a backup plan. And the longer you two talk, the more the vibrations get louder, almost like like in like the big monster movie. It's the thuds, and you see them in the vibrations in like a glass of water. It's like a similar vibe, except it's just like this music like slowly gets like a little like it's distant, right? It like feels like it's miles away, but also kind of behind you, like on a bad like like Bluetooth speaker. Like it's both at the same time. And like the longer you two have this conversation, the more those vibrations get like they like get closer, with almost as if they're like taking steps towards you.
I'm gonna see his controller grab whatever they're holding.
Hell yeah. Give me a roll.
New character.
What was that?
What stat should I roll to roll that?
I think it's up to you. I think there could be an argument for anything, really.
I feel like this is a maneuver, so 0.
Okay. Yeah, you're trying to like, yeah.
8. Yeah, I got 8.
Okay, cool. So on a 7 and 9, choose 1. You seize control over what was contested. You prevent yourself from ending up at a disadvantage or in harm's way. You put your opponent at a disadvantage.
I seek control over what is contested.
Oh, perfect. Okay, so I think that like as you're talking, Riddler's distracted just enough that you're like able to reach in the pocket and pick it up, and there's a what looks to be um like a modified guitar pedal. Like it's small. Like it looks like it was. It doesn't quite make sense, but you can tell that it's a guitar pedal. And Riddler pressed a button on it, and it is now. It's not making a sound, but it's making. But a sound is coming closer to it that you can hear. Obviously, but it's a little guitar pedal, and it's like blinking. And that's what you got.
Do I have like any idea what this is?
I think as you do that, as you ask that question internally, I think Riddler wiggles out. That's Riddler like wiggles out of your grasp as you like grab the thing in the pocket, and Riddler tries to push you over the edge of the scaffolding to bring you onto the first floor.
Oh dear.
So as that is happening to you, we'll hop back to King Calendar.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
Hi. Things are alright.
Yeah.
Just looking at an interesting situation. I think King Calendar is going to ooh, I don't know if this is possible, but I don't know like which power this would fall into, but I like the idea of King Calendar like God, I guess considering this is our Halloween episode, but it's also we're closer to Christmas.
Mhm.
King Calendar is gonna Ghost of Christmas Future, uh, Scarecrow, and show him his grave.
Oh,
If
hell
possible,
yeah. Yeah.
like try and control this hallucination.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, I'm trying to think of what that would be. It feels like it's a power that's on your sheet. I just can't think of what it is. Let me look. And if you have an idea, let me know.
Yeah.
I think that's illusion casting. That's your
Okay, that
borderline.
makes sense. Yeah.
I think that's illusion casting. You're casting back basically. Like I think because you have because you've like figured out part of the fear, right? Of
Yeah.
this idea that maybe wizards just can't change no matter what. Even in all these weird timelines and everything, wizards just wizard, and it's not something that can be changed. But I think that because you know that that's the thing that's going on here, you're able to push back. And you said you wanted to show Scarecrow their grave.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. What's that look like? So go ahead.
Yeah. Sorry, oh, feel free to ask.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, so like when we did this for you, it was like fade to black, you hear a question and then answer, and then it comes back up, and you're you know, a pretty clear cut, like we are in Illusion Town now.
Right.
Does something similar happen for Scarecrow, or what does this all look like?
Yeah. I think hmm. I think what this looks like is King Calendar like I think like grabbing Scarecrow um and I think this like vision of wizard shifts into um it's like a rainy dark day in Gotham, and there's just like an unattended like cracked tombstone um
Mm-hmm.
that has like Scarecrow's actual name on it. I don't what is Scarecrow's actual name?
Dr. Crane, right?
Yeah, so it's like
Kramer?
Yeah, Dr. Kramer.
something Crane, PhD.
Mm-hmm. And we can, I don't know, we can come up with a name for her right now. What's a good name?
I really like Kramer. That's a last name.
Kramer Crane.
I-
Or no,
Kramer Crane.
What about Natalie?
Natalie Crane. Okay, yeah, Natalie Crane. What year is it on the end?
I guess like probably. I mean, that's a good question. How many how many years from now does Scarecrow die? That's a tough one.
Yeah, I mean it's your illusion, right? Like
Yeah,
you do what you want.
I think maybe like 20 years from now. It sounds like a good amount.
Okay, perfect. So 20 years from now, we're in 31, right? 2031.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so it's 2051. 20 years from now, is there like anything else? Like what's it all look like? Like what's the thing?
I think it's cracked and kind of unattended. Um, like it's like no one has come to like bring flowers or like even just like clean it up. It's just like kind of it's kind of just a like overgrown, unattended tombstone. Maybe not even overgrown. Like it's almost kind of as if like the the there are like some kind of light grass and uh like shrubs around, but they're not really touching it.
Yeah, I got you. So it's just bad. Like it just excuse me, it just like does not look good here.
Yeah.
Like it's okay, cool. No, that helps. What do you say when I like to imagine that like Wizard has like kind of I'm imagining like in a non-body horror way, Wizard like melting into this like melting into out of existence and becoming this illusion, right? So after that is all settled and she's basically standing next to her own tomb, what do you do? Like what do you say?
Yeah. Um I think I think Calendar King Calendar says this is a future, but it I mean, this is the future that I'm from. I I saw a lot of shit there.
um she looks at you and then she looks down at the um at the tombstone and she says, how many times did you see it go down this way?
I mean, I only saw the one future.
I think the illusion starts to fade slightly, uh just because this is spurred by fear toxin type stuff.
Have you taken a breath of fresh air lately?
It's been a while.
I think this shit is killing you, Natalie.
You hear her, like take a big like gulp almost. The scarecrow mask is like very good to like hide the face and hide whatever emotions that Natalie like feels. You see the eyes look slightly less angry. And she says, I don't know how to break the pattern. It's always like this, right? You get a job. It's a way to get out. You do one last thing. And then maybe you could finally put it all behind, but it's never quite like that, is it?
Yeah, it takes time.
I I don't know how to get out. What
Yeah.
did your dad do?
He he found something that he wanted to do with the stuff that he had learned from obsessing over revenge and uh, getting back at the world. He turned it towards actually helping people.
I don't even know where to start with that. She kind of like laughs a little when she says that. Like, it just seems so impossible to her.
Yeah. I mean, how do you make all this? The gas.
It's easy. It's hurting is easy. It's easy to throw a punch, right? Like, it's a fight or flight type thing. You just stand back and you just let it happen. It's the same thing. I'm losing the voice, I'm sorry. I think, do you think that the illusion is like fading away more now?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Do you think it's completely gone?
Yeah.
Okay. You two are standing and you've been looking at Calendar Man this whole time. And that's where your eyes have been looking, where the grave was. We are gonna pop back to Narrator. Narrator, what's going on?
I'm gonna try to grab the railings.
Okay, I'm gonna take this as a defy danger.
Mm-hmm.
I think that this is I think it's probably movement, maybe? Like you're trying to be like maneuver, there we go, thank you.
Yeah, right.
I think it's maneuver.
That is a 6 plus a 0.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. So here's what ends up happening. All right. You know that your body can do weird things, right?
Yeah.
I think you know enough about Riddler to know she's gonna like really, really hurt herself if she takes this fall. Like, I know we decided like fall damage earlier was maybe like a 0, like just not a threat. I think in this situation, Riddler is like giving it her all to try and like push you off the top, and is like not thinking straight. You grabbed her thing, you solved her riddle. The backup plan seems to not be working at this point. She's getting desperate, and in doing so, if you don't like save her in some way from falling off, like you basically, if you like do anything to outside of absorb this and like take it the best you can on the way down, she's gonna get like catastrophically hurt. I'd say like at least a critical condition. So you will take the brunt of everything. It's not gonna be bad. It's not gonna be as bad. But if you don't do anything, if you just like dodge or you hold on or something, you see what will happen. And she'll like, you know, she might like hit her head, like she might just like go face first into the concrete and like smash her skull. Like it could just be awful.
Yeah.
On top of that, hey, the music's getting louder.
All right. I think I'm gonna jump down and try to save her.
Okay, cool. So I think that what happens is that you like do an instinctive dodge, right? Like, you know, like like, oh, you see the writing on the wall, she's gonna come for me. But I think you misjudge how desperate she is in this moment, and she goes off, and she like tumbles. What's the plan from here?
I'm gonna. This is probably gonna be stupid, but I'm just gonna jump after her and try to catch her and try to make her fall less bad.
Hell yeah. I think when you do that jump, things stop for you. It's very similar to when you did the cool thing with the Lex bots, and when we had the Superman issue. But there's background music. It's different from what was playing before, but there's like a different song playing now. Almost like the Jeopardy theme. And you hear, in the distance, you hear, what are you going to do, narrator? What's the plan here, buddy? You don't see anything different. The strings are still vibrating as if someone's approaching still, or something is approaching. But you're like stuck in this moment for a second. What's the plan?
You know what I'm gonna do here? I'm gonna do a push.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna push my powers. So I guess I'll roll. All right.
Oh, well, what's the thing you're trying to do first?
The thing I'm trying to do, I guess just try to try to kick against the air very hard with like a very large amount of superhuman strength to like speed me up so I can catch the Riddler.
Sure. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna say, I mean, it doesn't really matter. Actually, you know what? You're not gonna push, buddy.
Huh?
Here's what's gonna happen. Because this, I think you feel like you're gonna push, right? Like you feel the strings tightening up around you, and you almost feel like someone lets go of them. And the thing, so you said you wanted to like basically double jump down to catch her?
Yeah.
Okay. You do that. How does that look, by the way?
Sorry for being like a weirdo anime person, but have you seen like My Hero Academy?
Yeah.
Like when Deku like does his like air fly thing.
Absolutely.
I imagine something like that.
Hell yeah. Okay, so it's like this little push that happens. I think it like makes like a kind of weird whooshing sound that I think that it's loud enough for Scarecrow and King Calendar to hear. I don't know what they're going to do with that information, but they can absolutely hear this going on, right? Now that they're kind of like in their softer moment.
Yeah.
I think. Okay, so you do the double jump down. Now what?
Yeah, I'm just kind of like I'm gonna like grab Riddler and try to do my best to soften the blow against this concrete floor by like rolling.
Okay, perfect. I think that's gonna be one more defy danger for me.
Oh boy.
So whatever.
Is that a stat or?
Yeah, it's whatever. I'm gonna, for this one, I'm gonna say you choose the stat.
Would you say influence is okay?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. So it's a 6 plus 2. So that's 8.
8. Okay. Yeah, it happens. So we're gonna make a slight change to this. You're gonna get the worst outcome.
Oh boy.
If that's okay.
Yeah, that's fair.
So you like tuck, like, are you like tucking Riddler and like rolling into the, like the concrete basically?
Yeah, basically just soften the blow.
Okay. Perfect. So when you do that, you hear like sad trombone music, like almost coming from the strings, And I think King Calendar, you hear it too, faintly, super faintly, but you hear like someone playing like wah 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 wah.
Oh no.
But like really, really, really quiet. Like it's almost like someone like he thinks someone's pranking you. That doesn't make sense. Narrator, you hear it, like you hear it, right? You just hear it. So you've you've saved them. I think on the way down, they're just like, like superheroes just, or like in superhero fights, people just kind of like get knocked out, and it's like not a big deal.
Yeah.
I think that's what's happened to Riddler.
Oof.
On the way down. Like the condition is she's knocked out, but like nothing else. No bones sticking out, no blood. I would almost say like comically no blood.
I was hoping that'd be semi-conscious so I could say something funny.
You still say something funny to her.
Okay. She's still awake and everything?
How about she's just out of it, right?
Yeah, that's fair.
Like she's dizzy. So she's not knocked out, but she's absolutely like super dizzy and out of it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Mm-hmm.
Riddler, have this riddle. If you don't keep me, I'll break. What am I? A promise. Just like how this is gonna break. And I bite down on the key green thing.
Oh, the little guitar pedal thing?
Yeah, and I try to break it.
Did you say you bite down on it?
Yeah, I bite down on it.
Just for clarification, you're wearing your mask, right?
I think so.
Okay.
I just tuck it under my mask, I think.
Okay. So it just looks like nonsense to everyone else. Like to you, you know what you're doing. But like King Calendar sees this and is like, I don't understand. Like what's happening?
Yeah. You just see me slowly raise my mask and I just bite that and I just put it under.
You hear narrator here. Now why would you go off doing that? It's the same voice from before. And it seems to be coming from like the windows above at like the top of this area. Is King Calendar, and how do you react to the have you heard the sound? Maybe you didn't like look or anything, but I feel like maybe the tumble made a lot more sound.
Yeah. King Calendar's gonna I guess step away from Scarecrow for a moment, kind of watching his back, and he's gonna go see if he can figure out what's going on here, and look around for this person. Who are you? Come out.
Will you look as you're watching your back? I think you see Scarecrow start to unhook Calendar Man.
Okay.
It's slow. It's weird. You think that with every movement she's thinking should I really be doing this?
Yeah.
But it's still happening regardless. So at least each movement is going yeah, I probably should still do this.
Yeah.
So you're running off to narrator and Riddler. Okay. Oh, what was the thing you said, by the way?
Who are you? Come out.
Oh, but where the fun in that would be? Now you can hear it. You hear King Calendar. You hear the same music that narrator was. You hear it kind of almost swell, or not swell. I guess you just hear it get clearer the closer you get to narrator.
I think. What does it sound like? What type of music is it?
I'd say 1 second as I look up a genre.
Okay.
While Josh is using that, can I say narrator replies to the voice?
Sure.
I'm gonna assume you're talking about the guitar pick, and honestly, I really need to smash it.
It was a guitar pedal, not a guitar pick.
Yeah. I really need to smash it, but
Eclipse. I'm sorry. King Calendar. It is. It's 60s rock.
Mm.
that you hear. And it's just kind of like
Thinking this might be the Joker, but I don't think so.
but you hear it as y'all like get closer, or you hear it as you get closer to narrator. But I'm sorry, narrator, what was the thing you said out loud?
Narrator's probably like replying to a voice saying, I wanted to break it, but my hands were kind of occupied by the Riddler, so I'm trying to use my mouth to break it. I think that's
No,
understandable in my situation.
no, not that. You're always trying to save people. You look at what you did. You could have just let Riddler fall. You could have let Scarecrow be Scarecrow. What is it with you two?
Where's the fun in that?
And the voice, it sounds like it turns to you, narrator, and says, and you especially, you know what we can do, right?
Narrator turns to King Calendar. We can like, what is it that we can do again?
I think whoever this is talking to you.
Yeah, but like superheroes can do a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Do you know this voice? Do you know who this is?
No, not really.
I don't know either.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about because superheroes can do a lot of stuff.
I was just saying this. King Calendar, you can see the strings for a bit. They're like coming into focus. They're vibrating to the music. And I think that. Oh, I know what. Okay, I know what's going. Okay, I got it. You see stage lights as if you're on a set. And they're like flashing at you to kind of bring the lightness up. But everything else, like outside of maybe like, imagine that like the concrete floor of this warehouse was like the bottom of the set. Maybe like there would be cameras in front of you. If you were like on a TV show. And then like the scaffolding and stuff up above has just become like stage scaffolding. As you're talking about this, strings still there, music still playing. As this is happening to you both.
Oh, I love this.
Hey, narrator.
Yeah, narrator.
Is this
like,
normal?
Yeah, narrator actually said that in character. Narrator like looks around and goes, no, I don't think so. But it's still really cool, isn't it? Not different from other supervillains, right?
I mean, you think this is I guess this is probably supervillain, right?
I mean, they're kind of being upset at us for saving people. That's at best like neutral, right?
You see from behind the wall, like there's, I almost think of it as like a wall of light, right? Like because it's so bright and like studio lighting on you, you have a hard time seeing past like a certain distance because it's just such a contrast in light levels. As you two are talking, a figure walks out. They are wearing like jeans and shoes. They're wearing a shirt that says Earth AP on it. And they have a hat that has the same thing. They're holding like a clipboard that like has like the call sheet for what's going on for the scene. And the body doesn't make sense. It's like 2D. And he goes, it's boring, you know?
Yeah.
You and I, you know what we can do.
Yeah. What can I do to spice it up? What's your suggestion?
Anything else? You're just here. Look. And he like kind of does like a spin, and like the stage lights like dim, and it is the same warehouse you were in, but it's just dressed up like a stage. There's like what would be like studio audience chairs down from where he walked from. There's cameras. You still hear the music playing, by the way. It's just light now.
Is this King Calendar? Is this right? Mm.
He does this. He finishes a spin, and like everything changes. And he looks back at you, narrator, and says, "You've given yourself so much power, and this is what you want to do?
I mean,
just episode after episode of this?"
I imagine it's not going to be a permanent gig, but
he sighs, and he just looks at you, like points with the clipboard, and says, "You'd make the same decision, wouldn't you? You would do this all over again."
I guess so. Yeah.
And he like rolls his eyes. It looks unsettling because he's like bending like paper. He looks over at King Calendar, and it's like, "And you just went with all this weird shit. You like aligned timelines and stuff. What's all that about?"
I mean, I didn't really have another option.
You
Yeah,
could have.
but yeah, you could. See, that's what I'm saying. King Calendar could have caused like paradoxes and stuff. Imagine how fun that could have been.
And it wasn't a good idea. Didn't seem worth it.
It could have been anything. This could have been fantasy. Then had to be superheroes. Why superheroes? Why heroes? He's like looking at both of you.
I don't really know. It's just a cycle that keeps happening, and I guess was supposed to join in with it, right?
No, he like holds his head in his hands. So you don't get it. You don't get it. He like is pulling at his shirt. He says, "You have control over this. You could do this. You could do this." And he like does the thing. And like, I think a studio audience like laughs. Like there's like a laugh track when he says that. And you chose, I don't even know what you chose. It's boring. It's dull. You have anything, and this is what you want?
Why would anything else be better than this?
Yeah, I guess that's the question. Like, what's the alternative? Like, this is pretty alright.
He shakes his head, and he says, "I think you both are thinking too small. I need bigger from both of you, you know? And we're just change some things. We're not playing Worlds in Peril anymore. We've lost the license to that. We're done with that script. We all open up issue by issue in your character sheets you've made."
Yeah.
The character, he says that to both of you. Or no, he doesn't. I say that to you. He hands you new scripts. And instead of, it says like Worlds in Peril crossed out, and issue by issue scribbled underneath it. and it looks like
Oh my god, Josh.
and it looks like your character sheets in the real world. But it's all like situated like a character Bible type thing, if that makes sense. And he hands them, and he doesn't hand them to both of you. He shoves them both at you, and they kind of like, I don't know, you do with that, right? Like he just shoves them into both of you. Be kind of upset. Y'all can open your issue by issue character sheets and moves and stuff now.
Awesome.
And he just says, no, it can't be like this. It just can't. I just can't. It's so frustrating. You have everything. You could do anything you want here. And this is it. Play superheroes. Pretend your dad will ever be fixed. He like looks at King Calendar. And looks at Narrator and says, pretend you could use this to be important. This sucks. I want better from both of you.
Should I not be trying to be important?
And he ignores that. And he walks back to where he came from, and the lights get brighter again to create that like wall of light levels. And he like disappears into the darkness. The music is distant now. I don't think either of you can hear it at this point, and the vibrations are gone in the strings. The lights change back to normal. The warehouse looks like it did like minutes ago before all this happened. The scripts and character Bibles are still in your hands though. Or whatever, if you just let them drop to the floor, whatever you did with them after you like pushed them towards you.
I feel like Narrator's gonna like quickly read through the character Bible to see if there's like any scribbled notes or director notes in it.
Nothing quite like that. It's just mostly like details about you. What you're like, what like some powers that are like kind of trivial to do. Like kind of where your power source comes from. What, you know, your name, what you look like, things like that. But you do see at the bottom of like the very back of this character Bible, it says, or I'm sorry, at the front, it says written by Mr. Nobody.
Huh. Must be their name.
Seems like a real, kind of bad name.
Did you feel different after this?
I think like Narrator probably feels less constricted.
King Calendar?
Definitely feels like the odds have changed, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Not totally sure what else beyond that.
Okay. With that, I think we enter into issue by issues kind of downtime area. That would be like basically almost like the weird not cliffhanger necessarily, but just like the hook for next episode. So the way this works, I'm gonna try and find, I have it open. Yes,
I did say that I wanted to keep this short, but I do think if you have time, I could probably keep going.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
We can. All right. I made things happen a little too fast, so now I'm out of stuff. Let's do some. No, it's fine. I say let's play through some downtime moves. This will be the chance where we just kind of go through them.
Yeah,
right?
Fair. I'm sorry.
Oh no, it's fine. I just wanted to be like, all right, let me get to this. This is what I got. So the way downtime moves work in issue by issue is, basically when you reach the end of a story arc, which I basically take that to mean like your goal has ended, right? The goal for the Halloween episode was catch Scarecrow and Riddler, figure out what they were up to, and meet Mr. Nobody. So that was the end, right? Last time it would have been get Superman back and figure out what was going on there. So this is like how I'm imagining them is these are like however many like epilogue scenes that you all want to do before basically like these can add downtime moves can add powers. If you have enough XP, you can level up. You can heal up. You can deal with some bonds that might be might have broken during gameplay. I know right now they haven't really because we did just change to a new rule system mid episode before moves got to get rolled and stuff. Do training montages where you get new powers. I also think that we can, because of the way this is, and I do want to add this in at some point. I just need to remember how I want to do this. But we can kind of take that we need to talk thing and make it into just any bond that we want to increase.
Cool.
So if there's anybody, even though we didn't break any bonds really, or we don't have any broken bonds that necessarily need to be resolved currently, you can just have a talk with someone if you want. So I think it's you two like looking at the script, or not the script, sorry, the character Bible for Earth AP for narrator and for King Calendar, and like the camera like hands up and like fades to black, and now we're gonna fade back in to whatever of these downtime scenes that you want to do.
Yeah,
you can go together, you can go one by one. It's entirely up to you two how you want to deal with this. Also, narrator, you also have one experience, by the way, that you should mark on your character sheet.
Shoot, yeah, it's probably important.
And so do you, King Calendar.
Yes.
Okay. So y'all are at 1. So in order to level up to 2, you'll need 6 total. Yes.
I'm noticing something wrong with the character sheet you gave us. There's nowhere to mark experience.
Uh-oh. There should be. That's not good.
I'll just
just put it
on the side.
Yeah, just put it somewhere. It doesn't super matter.
Mark it somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just you might want to work on if you do release this.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I basically just made it so that the essentials were there, and I guess not all the essentials were there. Yeah, so if there's anything y'all want to do there in those downtime moves, or if there's just like scenes you want to play out, this is it. I mean, run through some epilogue stuff like we did the first time where I was just like, hey, is there just a scene you want to do?
Yeah, let me check up on downtime moves. I don't know, where did I closed up. I'm a fool. Let me
I can read them to you if you'd like.
I'd rather just find it. Let me see
okay.
if I can, yeah, just so I can read them directly.
Yeah.
Here we go.
What's up, bun?
On the downtime moves for the archetypes, what do you mean by you may add 1 extra result from your downtime move?
You can basically do any of the other things. So the results are remove all so it would be add 1 new power. It would be remove as many conditions as they'd like, and change their bond with each other by 1. It's the you may thing at the end. So when you do, let's see. Yeah, when you so for instance, the knowledge, when you study and apply your knowledge during downtime, play out that scene, may I add 1 extra result from your downtime move. Oh, so you're just doubling on whatever the scene was. So if it was, Yeah, so if it was like training montage and you were using your knowledge on top of that, right? In some way, like you would use, that's the kind of scene you wanted to play out, then you could add any of your stats by 1 or by 2. Or I'm sorry, you'd do any of your stats 1 by 1 and then another any of your stats by 1.
Okay. I guess I'll do practice make perfect and do hit the book. And in general, I'm just gonna like do this as a way, like flavor it as me trying to study this Mr. Nobody figure.
Sure. So what's the, yeah, show me what that looks like. What's going on? Set the scene for us.
I'm gonna guess at this point, like you probably have access to this top secret files of DC, whatever. Right?
Sure. And I feel like you could probably talk to like the question. I think before you went and looked, you were looking into archival stuff with who was it? With like the Hall of Justice type area.
Yeah.
Like just the superhero library they got in there. So you could do that.
Yeah.
You could do the question. There's
I feel like I'd probably get a bunch of files from the archive and go to the question, yeah.
Okay, cool. What files did you bring in? Like, was there anything that you're picking out? Do you think you even find anything about Mr. Nobody in there?
What do you think?
I think that you...
I'd probably find a few stuff, but a lot of them are just seem like contradictory or just not relevant at all.
I think it's that. I also think that it's like the thing that you see is that like people like you find like similar descriptions, right?
Mm-hmm.
Clothes change, whatever, but it's always just like this weird 2D abstract look to him that just is like unsettling. Like it doesn't make sense. And so like you bring a bunch of maybe those files over of like different like debriefs talking about that stuff, I guess.
Yeah.
And like other run-ins. And I don't think you ever see a name though. I think that's the other thing.
Yeah.
So you're just taking this to a question.
Yeah, I'm like taking the question like so we both can like spitball ideas to figure out who this guy's deal is and like what like their powers are, because that was a very weird monologue and very weird stuff.
I think okay, perfect. So you're going to a question hideout. Is it the same one you went to before?
I feel like it'd be really awkward if I just went. I feel like it'd be funny if I like went to like a new one, acted like they were the same one, and they directed me to the one I already knew.
I love that. Okay, I like the idea that it's like, no, we're go talk to the person you've dealt with before.
Yeah.
So you're back there. You're bringing the stack. What do you think Question's bringing? Like, what files do you think Question is like already drawn to, either from your stack or from their own internal?
I feel like they're probably drawn to something that mentions something about a sighting near like say like a college like halfway across the country maybe.
Okay, so there's a college that like these sightings maybe like started at.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay. Cool. I think Question is like looking through some of this stuff and is like looking at it, and they find a college. We won't like name it, right? We won't name it just yet. Where it is, but it's like, okay, he's like, I found some stuff here. What was it like when? Okay, so we've heard of them before. We've heard of like this person who's like weird. I don't know, like illusion powers, I guess. I'm not 100% sure, but what happened when you saw him?
You know those strings I keep talking about, those weird strings.
Question nods.
Yeah, I saw those and they're like vibrating a lot.
Interesting.
And I thought it was caused by like a guitar pedal, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And like, but it
Music.
seemed to be getting louder as he got closer.
Hmm.
And he was able to play music and talk.
I wonder. I think that's how he sees things, right?
These things as music?
It might be the music. I mean, that's how the strings work for you, right? It's a visual way for you to understand your powers, right?
Yeah.
Happens with a lot of people. A lot of different heroes have different ways of, like, basically visualizing the impossible, right? Like, your human brains aren't meant to visualize the speed force, right?
Yeah.
And so who knows what it actually looks like. If we put a video camera in the speed force, it might look like whatever, but to the Flash, he says it's like going home. It's like a house in his neighborhood that he grew up in, right? It's warm, it's welcoming. But like, we know there's other people who have those same powers, and when they interact with the speed force, they feel different things, or it's not the same home, or it's not even warmth, it's a sense of like duty that they feel, and it's like manifesting physically. Question is kind of like pacing around as he's saying this. And so you have strings, but maybe your powers both come from the same thing, and that's why they interact with each other. So maybe his touchstone is music.
So you're saying all that stuff I saw, because I don't think the stuff I do is illusions. So
That's
are you
true.
saying the stuff he did was real, or?
Well, he said he handed you something, right? Do you have that?
Yeah, I take it out of my bag. It's probably a bit. Yeah, there like takes it out of their like bag. It's probably like wrinkled and everything.
I think question is like wondering why you treated it like so poorly. Just like threw it in a backpack.
I don't know. I don't think it was that important.
I mean, it was from seemingly a bad guy. And he just gave you something.
Yeah, it's just like a weird thing. Like detailing my powers and everything. You can look at it if you want.
Detailing powers.
Skip the part about my bio and my life story. That's a bit private.
Question laughs when you say that, but they flip to the power section of the character Bible, and they go, "Does this look right to you?"
What does it say?
I mean, look, and I think that it's basically what your character sheet says, but like written descriptively, right? Like you're describing a character, like an OC sheet or something. So it's like, oh yeah, like, you know, narrator. I'm pulling up your character sheet right now so that I remember.
It's fair.
That's okay. I need a couple things. Oh, it's like, you know, narrator seemingly always has like the right tool for the job. It's just something they can do just off the top of their head. It's just you know, it's a power that they could do sleeping, is like what it says in here. And a question like points to that paragraph and goes like, is that right? Can you do that?
I think so, yeah.
Do you do that on accident as he asks?
How would I be able to do that in accident?
What if you put like reading glasses on that you absolutely didn't have in like a pocket, and like you're putting them over your like mask if you're still wearing it? I don't know if you took the mask off when you came in.
No, I probably took the mask off.
So you have reading glasses that you just picked up from a.
Yeah, probably.
How about this, right? You're wearing like a button up that's open and a shirt underneath, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so it's just a button up shirt. It's nothing funny, but you reach in as if there's a pocket in there and pull out reading glasses to look at the text.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Okay. You do that, and I think it takes the question a little bit to realize is like, do you always have those reading glasses?
No, I don't really need glasses.
Do you like? I imagine you toss them when you say that. I don't know if that's truly what you do, but that's just in my head. That's how I imagine that going.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I kind of grew out of my glasses when I think high school.
I mean, I guess this is right, but this doesn't. It's not the same thing as last time, right? Last time when we had inconsistencies, it was like a big deal. You remembered things we didn't. This just seems like a It's not how we would normally describe powers, I guess. It's not how I would normally categorize things, but whatever. I guess it's not a big deal.
Wait, Josh, I got a question. In this character Bible under power, does it have the power description tab?
It's like, yeah, it's like it has the power description tab, but it's like written, like in paragraphs, right? So it's like, oh, always has the right tool for the job. Probably has a handful of examples. Lethal, it would be like, you know, describing how it would like rip you apart to do like the whole 9 yards.
Hey, yeah, like Mary's gonna look at the lethal part and go, oh, hey, hold on a second.
Yeah, what do you see?
This guy looks overpowered for a character.
I think I think Question laughs and goes like, well, I mean, you are quite the character, but like, listen, a lot of people have weird powers here, you know? Look at Superman. I bet if we had something like this for Superman, it would be like a handful of pages of things he can and can't do.
Yeah, no, if I upload Superman to a role, if I try to sign up to Superman to like a role play site, they call this Mary Sue.
I think Question laughs when you say that, and I think Question like flips through it again and then notices at the front and says, "Mr. Nobody, is that who gave you this?"
Yeah, that's why I was looking up all these files.
Well, I guess he finally decided on a name then, or something. He never gave his name before. He must be special.
I think King Calendar got one as well. I'll probably call them up to ask if they have the name there.
Well, you both must be special then.
Yeah.
But this is good. You mind if I take some copies?
Don't include the life story part.
On it. And Question goes to like a copy machine and starts taking copies of everything but the specific area you mentioned. Which downtime scene was this supposed to be?
This was the hit the books plus. I believe it was practice makes perfect.
Oh, okay. Add one new power. Okay, cool. Sure. What are the new powers that are getting added? And I guess the other question is like, what about this is the thing that makes you? I think you have a really good in with like the lethal stuff sounds bad.
Yeah.
Maybe like catch a glimpse of like something else that you didn't know.
Maybe, yeah.
What is it? So you get to do this twice, so you could add 2 powers.
Yeah.
To your sheet. You don't have to like come up with exact wording right this second, but
yeah, that's fair. I'm trying to think of a power that I could add.
Yeah. And you can add them anywhere. It can be trivial, theoretical, experimental. You could add another lethal if you wanted. You could dump them all into lethal.
Wait, hold on a second. I just had a really fun idea how to make this work.
Mm-hmm.
Narrator like takes out a pen and like says, "Oh wait, before you finish making topics, can you hand me that character Bible?"
Question nods and tosses it back to you. What's up?
Hold on, now I just had a really good idea.
Okay.
The narrator writes down under trivial lightning powers.
Oh my god. when you do that, you you see the like strings crackle a little bit, like, but only around you.
Yeah. Oh dear.
Yeah.
I imagine you're not just going to give it to me, so this is probably going to have to involve something to make this work.
No. I think that I would want a little bit more specificity than lightning powers. Like when
That's
this
fair.
when this is all said and done. But you get to do this twice. I have a thing in mind for when you try to put in a third, if you want to try and put in a third.
Awesome. I feel like I feel like narrator like this puts in like trivial like lightning powers and they like finish and put down the pin. The strings like tighten, crackle,
Mm-hmm.
and they go to blink, and it suddenly changes from the trivial power being to the powers being in theoretical, with theoretical being able to shoot lightning out of being able to redirect, being able to shoot
Oh
lightning, and
yeah.
under experimental being able to, wait no under theoretical being able to control electricity, and under experimental being able to shoot lightning.
When you would try to put into experimental, or are you trying to like write this in?
Yeah, I like narrator tried to write it in
Okay.
under trivial, but and the strings like crackle and tightened.
Uh-huh. Okay,
And
so
everything seemed to go well,
mhm.
and then they blinked, and it wasn't like as they put it down, because it suddenly changed where it was the ability to control electricity in theoretical and shoot lightning in experimental.
Perfect. Okay, so the trivial one is gone, and it just got, when you blinked, it
Yeah.
changed. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. I like that a lot. Do you try to do it a third time, or try to do it a second time, I guess?
I feel like that would be really in character. Yeah.
What do you try to write down?
There to like gas and goes. Oh. Question: what is the most overpowered thing you can think about?
Like Superman?
Even stronger than Superman.
I don't know. There's not really much people stronger than Superman. Like maybe I don't know, like Darkseid gives him a run for his money. Doomsday gave him a run for his money.
You're right. Under trivial, and then the narrator takes a pen again and writes under trivial dark side powers.
When you write that down, it like stays on the page for a moment and then doesn't take. It like the text fades away. And you hear in your voice, I only gave you one, buddy. You want more power, you get it on your own.
Dang it. That's not gonna work.
A question's like, what happened?
I think God just told me I'm not allowed to do that.
It was supposed to be Mr. Nobody, but yeah. I want to make sure that that's clear, that I was trying to do my Mr. Nobody voice. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Either Mr. Nobody or God just told me I'm not allowed to do that.
Wait, what did you do? Did you do something?
Yeah, I tried to give myself Darkseid's powers.
Oh, that's probably not good. The question like nervously takes the thing back from you and starts making copies again.
I mean,
go ahead.
I could do something else now.
I love that. Do you like I'm saying like the camera's about to pan off of this. Do you like do anything like little with your powers?
Yeah, I like point at the coffee machine to show my power, and it like short circuits.
Oh my god. I think that like that's what we leave on, is it short circuits. Question goes over and like has to go deal with that now, and is like ordering you, like now it's like kind of like high strung, like before, and is like asking you to like make the copies in the mean, like while he fixes that. And don't mess with the copy machine. Like don't do that to the copy machine.
Oh, that was great. I have no idea how the future practice makes perfect will work, but that was really great.
Thank you. Yeah, that's amazing. You did a good job. This is great. King Calendar.
Yeah, I think for King Calendar's downtime, going to do wait, I lost the um yeah. Um can you can I move a power up the chain using a downtime move, like move it from like experimental to theoretical or something?
Sure. I would say we could maybe make practice makes perfect. Make that happen.
Yeah, I was
Okay.
picturing practice makes perfect does that.
Yeah.
Um I think King Calendar is going to um make I think seeing the cycle be theoretical instead of experimental.
Mhm.
And I think the way that he's going to do that is I think he's going to try to find the edge of the world without days.
Oh, hell
Um
yeah.
and like see maybe see like other worlds without days from like other times
Hmm.
and like see that like they look very similar, like that they're all metropolises. That they're all shadows of Metropolis. One or two are different, but like most of them are sort of mirrors of Metropolis.
Hell yeah. So you're so okay. Awesome. Yeah, go for it. So you're in the city without days. Are you just like wandering? Is it
Yeah,
like what you're like? I know you said you know what you're looking for, but do you know what you're looking for in terms of like how to navigate, how to get to what you're looking for?
I think I don't think King Calendar's ever just gone until the end, like gone in a direction.
Mm.
Um, and like King Calendar assumes that it has to be the edge of the city limits, and I think that's probably confirmed that it's just Metropolis.
Yeah. What do you see when you get to the end? You're just seeing all those mirrors of other cities without days.
Yeah,
Um, when you get there, um, you feel a presence when you get there. Um, uh, Timekeeper stands next to you. Doesn't say anything.
I think King Calendar will hold for a moment and then say, hey, so they're all basically the same, huh?
Timekeeper nods and says, "There are minor differences." I don't remember what Timekeeper's voice was, but I like this one. Um, there are minor differences, but it's largely similar.
Huh? Are there? I don't know. It can you act on those similarities? Is it close enough?
He looks over at you and he doesn't have a face, right?
Yeah, I think he's like robe.
I think you feel him smile though, and he says, We've already made one deal together. What are you trying to pull?"
I'm just trying to. I want to get more connected to this part of me. I want to understand this better.
I think you almost like see him like relax when you say that. And I guess he looks at you and says, What do you want to know?
A lot of things.
he I think he laughs. Like, I think you actually hear a laugh, and he holds up one finger.
One thing?
He nods. Anything but one thing for now.
Hmm. Mm-mm.
It's a lot here. It's not. I've done this before. He like gestures to the mirrors of all the other cities without days. He says, this gives me a good idea of what direction we need to take. Just the one thing.
That's it. All these forces, do they trend towards destruction or peace across all of these timelines?
He thinks, and he says, everything ends in destruction, but not all destruction is bad. In fact, I'd say you can use destruction to be pretty peaceful. He puts the finger down and he puts his hand down. And he says, does that help a little?
Yeah.
He nods. And he goes, if you had a second question, what would you want to ask?
Are there moments of rest worth fighting for?
Do you look away when he like? Do you look away to think when you answer that? He's not
Definitely.
there when you turn back to them. It's not a bad disappear, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Interesting.
Do you want to explore the city without days anymore than this, or?
No, I think I'm good.
Okay. Cool. I think you look back, Timekeeper's gone, and I think like the camera like I think it just fades to black from there. Like on a shot of you. Just at the city with at the edge of the city without days. Do we have Bun, how are you on time?
I'm doing good.
Okay. You want to do some more downtimes?
Sure.
I would personally love to wrap up because I gotta rest.
Oh, hell yeah.
That's
All
fair.
right. Then that's it. I think that's it. From there, we would fade to credits if this was a real TV show.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Then let's that's it. Thank you so much for hanging out while we played first it was Worlds in Peril, and then it was issue by issue a tabletop RPG I'm working on to replace Worlds in Peril. Thank you, Acorn, for clapping in the chat. Eclipse, where can people find you?
You can find me at twitch.tv/Darling Demon Eclipse and twitter.com ddemon eclipse at ddemon eclipse. Twitcher.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Bun, where can people find you?
On Friday at Eclipse's stream, and we're gonna play Dragon's Dogma. It's multiplayer edition.
Hell yeah. They added they turned Dragon's Dogma into a cover-based shooter.
Yeah, See, I refer to Divinity Original Sin as Dragon's Dogma.
Okay. Gotcha. I was thinking
That's
of
right.
making a new game called Gears of Dogma. I don't know. This is bad. I don't like this bit I'm doing. Hey, I'm Josh. You can find me on Twitter at plausiblyj. You can find the brand on Twitter at plausiblya. You can find me tomorrow playing Undertale, I think. That'll be fun. I just had a date with Papyrus. That was cool.
Hell yeah.
Anything else that y'all two want to plug or anything?
The narrator is one step closer to having the mega effect as their power.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Oh boy. If I was in this game, I would the default Fortnite dance would be my superpower. All right. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night.